On. Hi, can you hear me?
All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we are going to be practicing our reading and pronunciation as we read through a short story. The short story we're taking a look at is entitled With the Wind. Okay, it can be found in the class materials section. Okay, if you cannot find it, I've placed it in the Verbling and the Google chat boxes. Okay, good. Let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Rafael. How are you? Okay. How about, let's see, Osama. Hi, Osama. How are you?
Hi, Chad. I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Good to have you here in class.
Nice to see you again. Thank you.
Okay. We also have Heide. Heide,
Hello.
how are you?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How about, let's see, Elisa. Hi there, Elisa. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks.
Great. Elisa, where are you from?
From Italy.
From Italy. Okay. What part? The north, the middle, south, or
Near
neither?
Florence.
Okay, Florence. Okay.
In the middle, near Florence.
All right. Very good. Well, good to have you here, Elisa.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see, Rafael. Let's try your microphone one more time. Rafael? Okay, let's see. How about Victor? Hi there, Victor. How are
Hi,
you?
Chad. I'm very well. How about you?
Awesome. I'm doing great. Thank you. Good to have you here.
Glad to see you.
Good to see you as well. Let's see. We have Pablo. Hi there, Pablo.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great, Pablo. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see here. I think that is. Okay, good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started, you guys. The link is in the chat box. Okay. If you cannot find it, let me put it in there one more time. You can find it in the class materials section as well. Oops. That was the one I wanted. There we go. Okay, there it is again. And in the Google chat. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. This story is entitled "With the Wind." This is an advanced reading class. Elisa, let's start off with you this hour.
With the wind. With the wind. I have always been the kind of person who loves helping others. Over the years, I have grown tremendously from experience I have been throughout, and the people I have encountered along the way. At 16, I learned one of the most valuable lessons of my life while visiting relatives in a little town called Callow, Missouri. I realized that being at the right place at the right time can change a life, and that people from different backgrounds and lifestyles really I can read here. Are any that's
What's that?
different after all? There is some weird symbol, and then that's different after all.
Different after all. Let's see here. Yeah, keep going from there. Read another few sentences down to Cayo, Missouri.
Okay. I shut the screen door of your relative's ranch home and walked down the old wooden steps to the front lawn. I wore basketball shorts with a white tank top, far different from the blue jeans and cotton button-down that my uncle had on. It was very hot, but I wasn't sweating. No humidity in cold Missouri.
Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look here. First up, we have the word sweating. Okay, so this word here is a short E sound. So instead of sweeting, okay, it's a short E. Sweating. Try that.
Sweating.
Good, good. Nice job. All right, now, one thing that many people from Italy have trouble with is adding the H's onto the beginning of words that start with vowels. So, for example, when you said my uncle had on, you said my hunkle had on. Okay, adding an H to the beginning of uncle and an H to the beginning of on. Okay, so when you
Okay.
say these words, you need to use your vocal cords, your uncle instead of hunkle.
Uncle.
Okay, it's my uncle had on. Try that.
My uncle had on.
Okay, all right. So this is a challenge as well because we have had and then on. On again as well. We're going to say So you want a voiced sound to come out. On.
On.
Oh,
On.
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 There you go. Good, good. One more time. On.
On.
On. Yeah, so it's just like an A sound in Italian. Okay, so like the A, if you were to pronounce the A in your name at the very end, that letter in Italian is ah, right? So
On.
I wouldn't say Alisa, it's Alisa, right?
Elisa. Yeah.
Okay,
Elisa.
Okay, so at the very end, that sound is how you want to start the O in English. On.
On.
Okay,
On.
so my uncle had on.
My uncle had on.
Oh, almost. Okay, take out that H. My uncle had.
My uncle had on.
There you go. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so watch your vowels. We had a few others here as well. Okay. Okay, let's go to. So my uncle had on. Okay, this word here is pronounced far.
Far. Far.
Instead of fur, far.
Far.
Okay. Good. Your next word is. Okay, so this is the old wooden steps. So again, here with the word old. Okay, you said hold. Yeah, there you go. The old wooden steps.
The old wooden steps.
There you go. Good. Next we have the word right. Okay, so the right place at the right time. Now, the R's are a little challenging. Push your tongue down so you're not saying a right place at the right time. Okay? Right. The right place at the right time.
The right place at the it's really difficult. The right place at the right time. Right.
Good. Now, an exercise that you can do, okay, to get your tongue stronger, because that's all it is. You can say the word, okay, but all you need to do over time, so take a minute or two every day in the morning and say words like ra, re, ro, and practice just saying an R and a vowel sound afterwards. Okay? Work through all of the vowel sounds. Okay? Do that a few times every morning. Okay? Do that a few times every night. Okay? And then keep practicing that. That'll get your R strong. Okay? It sounds funny, but it will help you. Okay? And next word here is valuable. Okay, this word right here, valuable.
Valuable. Value.
Valuable. One more time.
Valuable.
Okay, instead of valuable, so it's valuable. Valuable. Good, good. Okay, and your last word is, let's see, was it over or, okay. Okay, so over the years instead of hover, over the years.
Over the years.
Okay, good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's continue with Heide. Heide, please read from Hop In. Okay, and read down to right here where it says been sandwiched between these two, please.
Okay. Hop In, said Bruce, with a sinister expression on his face, getting into my uncle's white 95. A Dodge pickup was always a risky matter. As I jumped up into the cab of the pickup, I also unconsciously signed away any innocence that a kid from Long Island might have had. I was at mercy of the country now. My father hopped in, taking a shotgun, which forced me to squeeze in between him and the driver's seat. As I looked at the two men on either side, I concluded that they were not all that different from each other. Both of them had distinguishing mustaches. Bruce, though, was a stereotypical Midwestern mustache, not so groomed. My father seemed to be emulate Bruce's 95-degree attire, as he also sported a pair of jeans. I didn't feel particularly comfortable sandwiched between these two.
Okay, nice job, nice job. All right, let's go to the word comfortable. You were very close here. Okay, so remember this is going to be comfortable. So it's those two halves. Comfortable.
Comfortable.
There you go. Good. One more time. Comfortable.
Comfortable.
There. Nice, nice. Next up is Bruce's. Okay, so there's an apostrophe S there. Bruce's 95-degree attire.
Bruce's a 95-degree attire.
Okay, so instead of Bruce's a 95, okay, take off that Bruce's 95-degree attire.
Bruce's 95-degree attire.
Good, good. Next up is distinguishing mustaches. Distinguishing mustaches.
Distinguishing mustaches.
Great. Next up is okay. As I looked at the two men. Okay. Now we're looking at looked instead of lu. Open up your mouth. Okay. As I looked at the two men.
As I looked at the two men.
Yeah. Good. Good. Next up is the word hopped. Where'd you go? Hopped? Yeah. Instead of hoped in, my father hopped in.
My father hopped in.
Okay, good. Yeah, double P. The last one is this sentence here. I was at the mercy of the country now.
I was at the mercy of the country now.
Okay, all right, much better. Much better. Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so between these two. Okay, next up is black screen. Nguyen? Or, let's see, what other name I have? Q? Your microphone is muted. If you would like to read, you have to unmute your microphone. 3, 2, 1. All right, Osama, your turn.
Okay.
Okay, please read from Sure, My Father Would. Okay, finish this paragraph and read down to, let's see, go ahead and read down to tornado had just hit it, please.
Okay. Sure, my father would never let anything bad happen to me. Still, there is something about 3 men and a pickup truck on backcountry Missouri roads that screams dangerous adventure. I reached for my seat belt. As my hand groped for it, I found nothing but a patch of air. I had forgotten my placement in the vehicle. Hopefully, we wouldn't have any random collisions today. I peered at my uncle who was now tossing a downed Pepsi bottle out the window. Bruce had neglected his seatbelt altogether. I wasn't that surprised. As we drove away from my uncle's property, my eyes wandered left and right, taking in everything I saw. The thing was, there wasn't much to see in this neighborhood. To my left was a run-down shack that looked as though a tornado had just hit it.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, maybe it's just been a while since I've had you in class, or you've taken a look at some other pieces of information, but you've done a lot of really good things here, Osama. For example, here at the very beginning, saying "happened to me." Okay, that one has to be heard and practiced and mimicked. Okay, because
Yes,
you don't
from
just say that.
movies. Yeah.
From movies. Okay, I knew
Yeah.
you said it, and I was like, "What the? Where did he learn that? Where did he learn that from?" Yeah, so it's happened to me. That was really good. It sounded exactly how we would say it. Okay,
Yes.
as well as the word today. Instead of saying today, you guys,
Yeah.
we say today. And usually, okay, when we have the word to in the middle of a sentence or whatnot, it's usually pronounced to. Okay, we never say it. We never say it to. We don't pronounce the full word. Okay, but this is again American pronunciation. That's what Osama's working on. Okay, so you don't have to say it that way, but just understand. If I were to say, yeah, something bad happened to me, I just said something bad happened to me. Okay, but we kind of just go and mush it all together. Okay, so that was really good. I like that. I liked it a lot. Okay, now I want to give you something else to practice. Okay, it's with the word was. Okay, and then I'm going to go into some other words for you to practice. Some words here. Okay, so when we say the word was, typically when we have this together, was is even though it's a verb, it's typically considered a structure word. Okay, meaning that it's not extremely important to the sentence. Okay, not like content words. When we do sentence stressing, we stress content words and we de-stress structure words. Well, was, or the verb to be, is a structure word. So we can actually minimize this word to was. Okay, so when we say the word, it's was. So to my left was a rundown. Was.
To my left, sorry, was my left was a rundown.
Okay, your mouth needs to be closed, more closed. To my left was a rundown.
To my left was a rundown.
Exactly. Okay. So as you're reading and you're practicing on your own, try and see if you can start incorporating that, because when we say this, we do not open up our mouth wide and pronounce that. Was. To my left was a rundown. That's when I'm really trying. When I'm speaking normally, it's was.
Was okay.
Okay. So it's really reduced. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a look at some words here. Okay. This word here, instead of tossing, it's tossing.
Tossing.
Okay, good. Next up is, okay, now the first time you said seatbelt, you pronounced that T. Now I heard what you're actually doing wrong. You're pronouncing the T like a voiced sound. So it sounds like you're saying seat belt. Okay? So when you're using a flap T, you cannot use your vocal cords. It's seatbelt.
Seatbelt. Seatbelt.
Good. The only voice sound is going to be that B. Seatbelt.
Seatbelt.
Almost. So what? So with the D, the D is going to be voiced, and it's seatbelt. Okay. So here's the difference. What you're saying seatbelt. Seed. Okay, and that's a voice sound right here. To make it unvoiced, it's seat. Okay, and we're going to stop that sound. Seatbelt.
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt. Okay, and if it helps you, pitch your voice a little bit. Seatbelt.
Seatbelt.
That's it. Okay. So just remember the difference when you're pronouncing a D and a T is the T is unvoiced, E, and the D is voiced, and that's when I pronounce that sound. And okay.
Yes.
So that's the difference between those two. Okay. Good job, man.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Let's go to Pablo. All right, let's see here. Pablo, we went to tornado just hit. Please continue from the grass around the property. Okay, so this is 4. And read down to here where it says, in reply to the man, please.
Okay. The grass around the property had been neglected long enough for milkweed and dandelions to start sprouting up. Something like this at home would have never been allowed for long without the complaint of a neighbor or two. On the old gravel road, I could spot a few shaggy-looking horses enclosed in an area by a rusty metal fence. Flies constantly swarmed around the horses, and strands of hay could be seen floating atop the water through. I glanced to my right and figured that the owner of the horses must have been the old man I saw rocking back and forth on a decrepit front stoop. The man, whose hair had long been replaced by layers of wrinkles, waved at us enthusiastically as we drove by. "That's it," said Bruce, flicking a two-finger gesture in reply to the man.
Okay. All right. Nice job. Nice job. Okay. Let's take a look here. So we have ed ending. Okay. So instead of replaced, this is a T sound. Replaced. Okay. So had long been replaced by layers of wrinkles. Try that.
Had long been replaced by layers of wrinkles.
There you go. Good. Good. Yeah. Nice R sounds, by the way. Your R's are sounding really good. Okay, this word here is pronounced trough. This is a place where horses drink water. A trough.
A trough.
Okay, very good. Next up is constantly. Now here, the stress is at the beginning of the word. Since it's at the beginning of the word on C-O-N, we pronounce con. Okay, so this is flies constantly swarmed around.
Flies constantly swarms around.
Good, nice job. Okay, now I want to practice the word horses. Horses.
Horses.
Good, good. So, a few shaggy-looking horses.
A few shaggy-looking horses.
Okay, much better, much better. Good. Let's go to. Okay, now here, I don't know if it dropped out, the D, or if you pronounce the Spanish D saying down. Okay, so we want to say d instead of touching your tongue to your teeth. It's down the old gravel road.
Down the old gravel road.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, I think it may have skipped, like the internet or something like that, because you said that just fine. Okay, last one here. This is a plant. It's a dandelions. So it's dandelions. Hello, Pablo? Okay, good. Let's go to Victor.
Okay.
All right, Victor. Where did I stop? Okay, at the man. Okay. So let's have you finish this paragraph and continue down to here where it says windows near the back, please.
He used to be the mayor of Callao until he handed it over to me last January. Oh, cool, I replied. So that'll be Bruce one day? Callao was a very down-to-earth town with not much going for it except for a small whitewashed building that had a wooden sign with diner painted across. The three of us got out of the truck and headed inside. The first thing I saw when we entered the restaurant was an old, grimy-looking gumball machine with a faded advertisement that was peeling off the side of the glass. Above the gumball machine, on the wall, was a board of all different pictures. Images of men holding fish were pinned to the board, as well as sale signs for used boats and other equipment. We walked into the main room of the diner. To our left were a few small tables, complemented by booths along a row of windows near the back.
All right, nice job. Very good. Okay, let's go to the word booths instead of boths. Booths.
Booths.
There you go. So good job with complemented as well. Your stress on that word was awesome. I was like, all right, is he going to get it? Good. So this is complemented by booths along a row.
Complemented by booths along a row.
Good, good. Okay. Next up is the word pinned. Okay, all of your other ed endings were good. This is the only one you missed. You said pinned. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're pinned to the board. We're pinned to the board.
We're pinned to the board.
Okay, one more time. Give me a short I instead of pinned. Pinned. We're pinned to the board.
We're pinned to the board.
There you go. Good, good. Next up is the word off. Now, off, we're always going to have to pronounce the F sound here. Of Of can be a V sound, but with the two Fs, we need to pronounce the F. So, was peeling off the side.
Was peeling off the side.
There you go. One more time. Was peeling off the side.
Was peeling off the side.
Okay, good. Also, nice job with the word headed. Okay. Yeah, you didn't say headed. Okay, that sounded really good. Okay. We also have, where is grimy? Okay, grimy, right here. Whoops, right here. So grimy.
Grimy.
Okay, good. And last one here that I want to suggest. You can say that'll and pronounce a normal T here, but I would suggest with this word, also any apostrophes like a D, that'd, okay, to use a flap T here. So instead of saying that'll or that'd, you say that'll. Good. So that'll be Bruce one day.
So that'll be Bruce one day.
Great, just like that. Okay, that sounds more normal and natural. Okay.
Got it.
Cool. Awesome. Nice job, man. Very good.
Yeah, thank you, Chad.
Okay, so along the road, the moon is near the back, I think. Okay, good. All right, let's continue here. Let's go to Elisa. Okay, Elisa, please read from Two Old Ceiling Fans. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Read down to here where it says, "Please make yourselves at home." Hello. Make sure to unmute yourself, Elisa. Okay, let's go to Heide.
Okay, sorry.
There you are. All right, Elisa, go ahead and read, please.
Okay. Two old ceiling fans were slowly slitting above the tables. To the right was a bare area surrounded by a raised platform where stools were attached for patrons to sit. Typical dinner setup. Not the worst place we have ever been in. The hardwood floor creaked as my uncle showed us to a booth. Bruce was greeted by a large woman, probably in the 50s. She wore a white apron and had a long, greasy brown hair. We got relatives all the way from Long Island, New York, here today, Jody. Todd and Todd Jr., said Bruce. The woman gave my father and me the check down, her eyes scanning over my basketball shorts as she got ready to speak. Well, would you look here, said Judy. We ain't had nobody from that far a distance in your restaurant before. Welcome, please make yourselves at home.
Okay, very good. All right. Okay, so we're gonna be taking a look at some other words as well as the H sounds at the beginning of vowel words. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're also doing that with words that start with W. So here you said well hood. So instead of saying hood, it's ooh. Start off with an ooh sound. Well, would you looky here? Well, would you looky here?
Well, would you look here? Well, you look here.
Okay. All right. Very good. Next up, we have the word over. Okay. So scanning over my basketball shorts instead of hover, over.
Over. Scanning over my basketball shorts.
There you go. Very good. Next up, my father and me. So here you said my father and me. Okay, so take off the H on and. My father and me.
And. My father and me.
There you go. Good.
Father and me.
Awesome. Next up, this may be difficult because I know certain parts of Italy that people have a hard time saying an S sound. It comes out as a Z. So this word, instead of being greasy, it's grease. Greasy, an unvoiced S. Greasy.
Greasy.
There you go. All right, you can say it. Okay, good. Sometimes some of my Italian students, they explain to me, they say, Teacher Chad, it's impossible. We don't have the S sound here. We say it's Z. I think that's more towards the north. Yeah.
Yeah, I came near Florence, so my problem is the H. Because also in Italian, I try to hit the H.
Yeah, get it.
Memory is the
Taking out
other.
yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go to showed us. Okay, so my uncle showed us to a booth. So here we have uncle and showed us. Okay, so we have, instead of hunkle showed us.
Uncle,
Okay, so
uncle showed us.
there you go.
Uncle.
Good. One more time. Uncle showed us to a booth.
Uncle showed us to a booth.
Okay.
Uncle showed us to a booth.
That's it. Good, good. Okay. Next up is, all right, been in. So we've ever been in. Okay, taking out the vowels on, or the H's on ever and in. We've ever been in.
We ever been in.
Okay, instead of hin, in. We've ever been in.
We ever been in. We ever been in.
There you go. One more time. Been in.
We ever been. We ever been in.
Good, yeah. So maybe one thing that might help you is connecting the words. So don't think of that of been and in as two separate words. Think of them as words that are connected. Been in.
Been in.
Uh-huh.
Been in.
So,
we ever been in.
Because that's exactly how I would say that. So take a listen here. So if I were to say this sentence, I would say, not the worst place we've ever been in.
We ever been in.
Okay? So try
not
that.
Not the worst place we've ever been in.
Good. So been in. Okay, try connecting your words a little bit more. Okay? Especially words with vowels. Same thing here. Uncle showed us. So I don't say showed us, it's showed us. Showed us to a booth.
Uncle showed us to a booth.
Exactly. Okay? So when words start with vowels, okay, we can easily connect them to the previous word. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so home. Okay, let's go to Heide.
Yeah.
All right, Heide, let's have you read from I'll be right back, sorry. And read down to right here. Okay, read down to my father paused, please.
I'll be right back with some pop. Jody headed off in the direction of the kitchen as I turned to Bruce. "Oh, what's pop?" I asked. Bruce began chuckling uncontrollably as we sat down. "Soda boy, Coca-Cola-like product. That's what they're called around there." I slouched into the booth in embarrassment. "Why not just call it soda then?" Bruce reassured me that I would get used to Miss Orr speak. With time, Judy came back with our beverages and started a conversation with Bruce again. So you're from New York and such, so everything's always real noisy, like in the city, right? A lot of difference out here, ain't it? I'll never be able to sleep in one of them apartments with all the beeping and the sirens and such. Jody continued to ramble until my father finally interjected. "Well, actually," and my father paused.
Okay, nice job. Nice job. Okay, let's take a look here at the word continued. Okay, so our stress is on the TI, so we want to pronounce the CON at the beginning as kun, continued.
Continued.
There you go. Okay, very good. Next up is the word beverages. So instead of beverages, it's beverage, beverages.
Beverage.
Good. One more time. Make sure to pronounce this idges sound at the end. So beverages.
Beverages.
Good, good. All right. Okay, let's see here. Now, okay, so used. Now, it sounded like, and I could be wrong, it sounded like you said would get used to, so instead of saying use and adding an E sound at the beginning of used, okay, you had said used to. Okay, so let's try this here. I would get used to Missouri speak.
I would get used to Missouri speak.
Good. Let's try it again. I would get used to Missouri speak.
I would get used to Missouri speak.
There you go. Good, good. Next up is, okay, the word slouched. I slouched into the booth.
I slouched into the booth.
Good, good. Much better with that ow sound. Okay, next up, let's try this one more time. Okay, this is, and now when you, at the end, you finally got it. It sounded pretty good. I just want to work on it one more time. Okay, so it's uncontrollably. Uncontrollably.
Uncontrollably.
Good, good. One more time. Uncontrollably.
Uncontrollably.
Great, great. And your last word is off instead of oof. Okay, so this is headed off. Headed off in the direction.
Headed off in that direction.
Good. All right, nice job. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, so paused. Next up is, let's see, Nguyen or Q. Let's try you again. Nope. All right, Osama.
Yes.
All right, Osama, let's have you read from actually. Down here, finish this paragraph and read down to here where it says, "Well, I'll be damned."
I'll be damned. Okay. Actually, we don't live in New York City. We live about an hour outside the city on a Long Island. A lot of the land is still undeveloped, and it's really not loud at all. Jody had a look of confusion spread upon her wrinkly face. You mean you're saying that New York ain't all just a big city? Big city, bright lights and taxes? She asked. No, not at all, said my dad with an offended tone. New York is a very big state. Only New York City is like that. The rest of the state is very different. In fact, the second largest wilderness area in the United States is in the Adirondack Mountains of upstate New York. Only Alaska has a bigger area. My father was very proud of his knowledge and his passion for the great outdoors. Taken aback, Jody ran her fingers past her ear to clear the greasy hair from her face. Well, I'll be damned.
Okay. All right. Nice job. Very good. Okay. Let's take a look here. All right. So we're going to work on the word for. Okay. For the great outdoors. So instead of for, okay, and rolling that R, for the great for the great outdoors.
For the great outdoors.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Next up is, okay, the word area. Now, when you're pronouncing this, start off with an A sound first. You're saying ar, area. Okay, instead of ar, it's air, area.
Area.
There you go. Good. So, has a bigger area.
Has a bigger area.
That's it. Okay, so it's an air sound. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next up is taxis instead of taxes. Okay, give me a long E sound. Taxis.
Taxes.
Okay, one more time. E, taxi, taxis.
Taxis.
There you go. Good. Raise the tongue. One more time. Taxis.
Taxis.
Okay, good. Okay, the last one here. Now, when you said is still developed, okay, with the let's see here. Let me try this here. Still developed. Okay, with the L. Okay, I've heard that there are three different ways of pronouncing the L. Okay, the one that's most natural is bringing the tongue forward. Okay, we have another one where our tongue is actually down and we raise the back of our mouth, saying still, all. Okay, but when we do that, you cannot raise it too far and cut off the sound. Okay, that's what it sounded like when you said still undeveloped. Okay, you're saying all, and it was the sound is getting trapped right back here, saying still undeveloped. Okay, so be careful with your tongue. Don't bring it back too far. Don't push it. Okay, back really far. Okay, so when you say that, it's still undeveloped.
Still.
Okay, nice and soft. Don't press it. Don't push it too hard. Still undeveloped.
Still undeveloped.
Okay, connect the L and the U. Still undeveloped.
Still undeveloped.
There you go. Good. Okay. If you do that, that might help you with that L sound sometimes. I don't hear it all the time. Sometimes with the word all, and maybe wall or something like that, or will. Okay. But yeah, it's that vowel plus the L at the end. Sometimes you trap that L in there a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. Okay. Thank you. Let's go to Pablo.
Okay.
Pablo, let's try you again. Make sure to unmute your microphone.
Okay.
There we go. All right, buddy. Let's see here. Greasy hair from her face. Damned. All right. So let's have you read from She Exclaimed. Whoops. And read down to this question mark. Come into contact with, please.
Okay. She exclaimed, and to think all these years we all been thinking about New York as such a low city place. What, with everything you see on the television these days, I had no idea. With that, Bruce chimed into the conversation as I sat back and watched the entire scene unravel. Well, Todd, here's been a New York City police sergeant for 20 years, so he knows a thing or two about all that, he exclaimed. At that moment, Jody let out a deep and very loud chuckle which was very irritating to the ears. I'll be damned, she said. Jody took her orders and walked back to the kitchen laughing uncontrollably. I looked at my father, who had a look that silently seemed to be saying, "Why do you have to announce this to everyone we come in contact with?"
Okay, very good, very good. All right, let's go to this phrase right here. Instead of "I'll be damned," it's "I'll." I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
One more time. I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
Okay, very good. This word here is irritating. The stress is at the very beginning. Instead of irritating, irritating.
Irritating.
All right, very nice. Next, we have the word well. So here you said gwell, Todd, adding a G to the W. Okay, instead of gwell, it's oo-l, well, Todd.
Well, Todd.
Very good, very good. Next up, we have the word unravel instead of unravel. Okay, the entire scene unravel.
The entire scene unravel.
All right, very good. This word is pronounced chimed instead of chimed. Okay, a long I sound. Bruce chimed in. Bruce chimed in.
Bruce chimed in.
Okay, one more time. Chimed with an ed ending. Bruce chimed in.
Bruce chimed in.
Okay, all right. Good. Let's go to. All right. So the C or the S ending on a word. Now Pablo, you're from Spain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you pronounce the S in Spanish, okay, from Spain, okay, your tongue sort of comes up a little bit. Okay, so when you said the word place, instead of pointing your tongue down, okay, towards the bottom of your teeth, it was up a little bit. So it sounded like place. Okay, because when you say like los, okay, your tongue is up a little bit more, and it's halfway between an sh for me, which would be she, and an s, which would be see. So if you were to say the word see, sometimes it sounds like this, she. Okay, so when we say the word place, what you want to do with your tongue is pin it to the bottom of your teeth. Place. Okay, and it curves up this way instead of curving your tongue this way. So it's place. Try that.
Place.
There you go. Good. One more time. Place.
Place.
Okay, very nice. Now let's practice the sh sound. The SH, the only thing that you have to do here when you have the SH is move your lips in, because your tongue is in the right position for your regular S sound with your Spanish S. Okay, but when you say the word she, sometimes it sounds like this. She, okay, so you need to push your lips in and open your mouth a little bit more. She.
She.
Good, just like that. So let's try these in a sentence real quick, okay? All right. So at the very beginning we have she exclaimed. She exclaimed. Try that.
She exclaimed.
Okay, one more time. She exclaimed.
She exclaimed.
Okay, very good. And let's try place. We're going to say such a loud city place.
Such a loud city place.
Okay, now be careful with city as well, because if it comes out as shitty, it sounds like shitty, which would be kind of a cuss word. If you say, wow, this is a loud, shitty place, that would mean you'd be like saying mierda, right? So we don't want to say that, okay? So it's city, so you want to point your tongue down. Such a loud city place. Try that one more time.
Okay. Such a loud city place.
Good, much better. Okay, good. So watch your tongue position when you're pronouncing those S and SH sounds. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, nice job, man. Okay, so went to that here. Okay, so let's go to Victor.
Okay.
Okay, Victor, please read from Bruce. Okay, finish this paragraph. Read this next one, and let's see here. That's a long little sentence. Yeah, go ahead and finish this off. Come down to in the sky. Strange sight in the sky, please.
Bruce didn't seem to notice as he took a drink of his pop. I sat in the booth in silence, staring at my phone. The lady's ignorance about New York had annoyed me. After a few minutes went by, Jody came back to serve us our food. She then walked towards the exit of the diner and pulled a pack of cigarettes out from under her apron. Once she was outside, I leaned to my father and whispered my disgust into his ear. Even with this turn-off, my meal was better than I had expected it to be. Once we were finished eating, the three of us got up from the booth and said our farewells to Jody. Bruce kindly paid for our share of the meal. We walked outside and hopped back into the pickup, back on the road. The diesel engine of the old truck roared as we pulled away from the diner. We turned off the dusty gravel road that ran through the center of town and got onto Highway 23 as I saw a strange sight in the sky.
Okay, very nice, very nice. All right, let's go to the word saw. Instead of I saw, okay, open up your mouth with that ah sound. I saw a strange sight.
I saw a strange sight.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Let's go to the word turned. Where'd you go? Okay, so instead of we turned, okay, give me an ER sound. We turned off. We turned off the dusty gravel road.
We turned off the dusty gravel road.
Okay, one more time. Instead of we turned off the dusty gravel road.
We turned off the dusty gravel road.
Okay, very nice. Next up is hopped. Right here. So instead of hopped in, and hopped back into the pickup.
And hopped back into the pickup.
Okay, very good. Nice job with your flap T here, saying got up, okay, as well as eating. Okay, that was really nice. I see you're starting to use those more as you're reading. That's good. Next here we have farewells instead of farewells. Farewells.
Farewells.
Okay.
Farewells.
There you go. Good. Okay, with the word walked, instead of saying walked, okay, give me an ah. Open up the mouth. Ah. She walked. She then walked towards the exit.
She then walked towards the exit.
Okay, good. Now you can mix those T's together. She then walked towards the exit.
She then walked towards the exit.
Good, good. Okay. And last one here. Since you're using the flap T on eating and got up, let's do the same thing on notice.
Notice.
Okay, so Bruce didn't seem to notice.
Bruce didn't seem to notice.
Excellent, excellent. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
No problem. Okay, strange sight in the sky. All right, so we've got just a little bit left. We'll read snippets each. Hopefully we can get through a whole nother time, okay? So, Elisa?
Yes.
Okay, let me have you read a few sentences here from I squinted down to in amazement, please.
Squinting across the front windshield, I covered my forehead with my hand, blocking the sunlight. I soon realized that it was a hot air balloon and pointed it out to the other two. Bruce looked up in amazement.
Okay. All right. Good. Let's try this last sentence one more time. So this is Bruce looked up. So instead of looked up, Bruce looked up in amazement. So this is a T sound. Add that T sound to the word up. So it's looked up.
Bruce looked up in amazement.
Good. Good. One more time. Bruce looked up in amazement.
Bruce looked up in amazement.
Okay. Good.
Bruce looked up in amazement.
All right, let's try this. Was a hot air balloon. So switching from hot to air. Was a hot air balloon.
It was a hot air balloon.
Okay, almost.
It was hot air balloon.
Okay.
Hot.
Air.
It was hot. It was hot air balloon.
Okay, almost. So right here, what you're saying is hair, what's on your head. Okay, so we don't want to say a hot hair balloon, but hot air. Hot air balloon.
Air. Hot air balloon.
There you go. Good. And your last word is windshield. Try that.
Windshield.
Good.
Windshield.
Excellent. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Heide.
Yes.
Heide, please read from the balloon and read down to here where it says we came to a lake, please.
The balloon had red and blue stripes and produced an optical illusion that made it seem as if it was twirling. A huge wicker basket hung from below the distinct orange glow of the balloon's flame. Intrigued by the sight, we followed the balloon for a few miles on the highway until we came to the lake.
Okay, nice job. Let's take a look here. First up, we have the word intrigued. Give me a CHR sound. Intrigued.
Intrigued.
Okay, very nice. Next up, we have as if it was twirling. Okay, so here in between was and twirling, you said as if it was a twirling. Okay, so let's take out that as if it was twirling. Try that.
As if it was twirling.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, last one here. An optical illusion. Okay, let's we're rolling through those L's here. An optical illusion.
An optical illusion.
Okay, instead of opt. An optical illusion.
An optical illusion.
Good, good. Nice job with that vowel on opt. Okay, good. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Osama.
Yes.
Okay, Osama, please read from Bruce pulled over, rather, and read down to precisely.
Precisely. What is it? Precisely.
It's about 3 lines down. So maneuver such a craft so
Okay.
precisely.
Okay. Bruce pulled over into a small dirt parking area next to the lake. The balloon descended to a low altitude and seemed to hover just a few feet above the water. My dad took out his camera and got some pictures. I was amazed not only by the balloon size, but by the skill it must take to maneuver such a craft so precisely.
Okay. Now that last word is pronounced precisely. Precisely.
Precisely.
There you go. Good. This word here is pronounced maneuver.
Maneuver.
Okay, so to maneuver such a craft so precisely.
To maneuver such a craft so precisely.
Okay, precisely, so precisely.
Precisely.
There
So
you go.
precisely. Okay.
Okay. Here, this is going to be to a low altitude. To a low altitude.
To a low altitude.
Altitude. To a low altitude.
To a low altitude.
Good. All right. Nice job. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
Great. Let's go to Victor.
Okay.
Okay, Victor, please finish up this paragraph from finally down to face again.
Finally, something cool I can tell my friends about when I get back home. It was obvious the wind was picking up because all of a sudden the balloon was back on its way across the lake. As it headed further away from the highway, Bruce got a sinister expression on his face again.
Okay, nice job. Let's take a look at two words is all right? So here, instead of across the lake, use an across the lake.
Across the lake.
All right, very nice. And the only other one is obvious, okay? It was obvious the wind was picking up.
It was obvious. Obvious. Obvious
good.
The wind was picking up.
Good. All right, nice job.
Obvious, right?
Yeah, obvious.
Obvious.
Yeah, so that O-U-S at the end, that's actually going to be a short I sound. Obvious.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for coming in. Great work to you all. Good improvements. I will either see you at night or next Friday. I think I have another class at about this time doing advanced reading. So great job. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you
Bye.
very much, Chad.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.